Okay, in today's lesson, we're going to modify back and forth and downman, and let's take a look at what he does. And we're going to modify this so that, if I run this, you'll see. So he moves down every time he hits the right wall, the left wall while going back and forth, but then he gets stuck at the bottom. So we're going to modify it to eliminate the getting stuck at the bottom, and we'll have him go back up. Going back, continuing back and forth, but going back up till he gets to the top. And then then he'll turn around and come back down again. So let me pause and reset that. So I'm going to create a new subclass, which I'm going to call back and forth and down and back man. But I'll call it the same exact title except period 8 or period 11. Maybe I'll call it period 811. So I'm going to call this guy back and forth and down and up. Let's see, back and forth and down and back and forth and down and back up, I'm going to call them. Back up man. And I guess that name's a little different than what I wrote here. I wrote back and forth and down and back man. So we'll use this. And I'll keep the same background. I'll go with the checkerboard on the background again. And we'll click OK. And I didn't want to do that. I want to have to go in and modify that. So let's set the image. I want the image not to be, I want the image to be a person. And I'm going to choose one of these guys that we haven't chosen yet. I chose the businessman when I did this one, and he was just taller than the others. I didn't like the way he looked in the, and I think we've used khaki man already. And we used the woman for Z-man, I think. So I'm going to choose one of the kids. So I'll choose boy number 1 or boy number 2. I'll choose boy number 2. Let's see what that looks like. So whatever just happened, that didn't seem to work. I'm going to go back people. I chose boy number 2, and I guess I forgot to click OK. I don't know. I think I clicked OK. There he is. Okay. So boy number 2 is in the spot. So what I want to do is I want to go to back and forth man. Back and forth and down man, this guy here. I'll open that up. I'm going to copy everything we have, and then we'll modify it to let's see. We'll copy all this, copy it, and then we'll close this out. We'll open up our new guy, and in place of where it says add your own action code, we're going to paste the action code we had from back and forth and move down. So here we move 15, we check to see if the X value has hit the right side of the world, and if so, we turn 90. Move 50 to get us to the next row, turn 90 again, and now we're headed back in the other direction. If we hit the left side where it's a 0, we turn negative 90, move 50. So what we want to do is we want to recognize anytime we move, we want to recognize if we've hit the bottom or the top. So if get x, which gives us the x value of our actor, I'm gonna check for the bottom first. So if get x is, and I'm gonna do get x plus 10 as we've done before. And we're looking for the bottom now, so I don't want get x, that's a mistake. I want get y, see if we've reached the bottom. So I'm checking the y value. If get y plus 10 is greater than the height of the world, so we need to do get world, which is a method, so we need open close parentheses, dot get height, which is also a method. So if the y value plus 10 more is greater than the height of the world, or is two vertical lines, they're in the on the backslash shift key on my Mac. I'm not sure what it is on the PC at school, but it's on the upper right hand side. It has a dash, kind of a broken line in the middle of it, but you're looking for the line that looks like a vertical line, even if there's a dash somewhere or a break in the line in the middle. All right, so the other thing we're checking for, or if we get to the top. So I'm going to make another conditional. If get y minus 10, because now we're looking up top, so if I'm looking 10 ahead or 10 above where we are, if get y minus 10 is greater than, actually we want is less than 0, those would be our two conditions. And then if that's the case, we want to turn things around. So to turn things around, we're going to change how much we're turning here. We're just going to change the direction that we turn. For example, let's take a look at, let me minimize this for a second. I'll close this. I'll compile it. We'll get some errors because it's not done yet. I'll close this. And if we were to have a back and forth man, and I'll make one. If we were to have a back and forth man, when he gets to the right side, he's going to turn right and move down and then turn right again. Well, if he gets here and he turns right, or the next thing would be to turn right, and he notices that his y value plus 10 is greater than the height, we want him to turn left and then continue doing what he was doing. And then when he would get over on this side, he would turn right. So previously, to come down, when you were on the right side, you would turn right and continue. And on the left side, you would turn left. But now if we change it, we want to do the opposite. So the way we're going to handle that to do the opposite, let's go back and look at the code. I'll leave this guy here. Let's go back and look at the code. We're going to change, every time we turn, instead of turning 90, we're going to turn, we're going to put a variable in there. So instead of 90, I'm going to create a variable that I'll place up here. So I'm going to create an integer variable, and I'll call it turn amount. And I'm going to set the turn amount equal to 90 to begin with. So I'm going to turn amount here and here. And if you look, when we hit the left side, we turn negative 90. So now I'm just going to turn negative turn amount. And that just means the opposite sign of what turn amount is. So if turn amount is 90, the opposite sign of turn amount would be negative 90. And we'll put turn amount here as well. So What I want to do is, if we reach the bottom, I'm going to change turn amount to be, instead of being 90, to become negative 90. So if this occurs where we are hitting the top or hitting the bottom or hitting the top, I'm going to change turn amount by saying times equals -1. So this will take turn amount, which is a 90, multiply it by -1 and set that equal to turn amount. So turn amount will become -90. And then the next time around, these turns will be -90. And these turns will be the opposite of -90, which will be +90. Well, it's possible to hit the wall either over here while we're on the right side trying to turn down, or we could hit it over here while we're on the left side trying to turn down. So this if statement, I'm going to copy it. I'll copy that, and I'm going to place it here. And the reason I'm placing it in the position I have it is because I'm checking to see if we've reached the top or the bottom anytime we move vertically. And that's what happens here. When we turn 90 and move, we're moving vertically. Or when we turn -90 and move, we're moving vertically. And when we move vertically, that's when we need to check to see if we hit the roof or the floor, the top or the bottom. And let's compile this. And I have some kind of an error, probably one too many of these. So let's, I don't know what it says down there, but let's just get rid of that. Maybe it's good now. No, this is the end of. So this one opens, we're missing it here. Here we go. So our if, right there. Then we have this. If, oh no, that's not what we want. That's the way we wanted it. We want to be in that first if. And then we close that there, and then this one ends. This one ends here. And let's move that over. We can see how that lines up. Then we have this one here and closes there, and that ends the, and then we need one more. This would be the end of the, so I think I had the right amount of them, just missing one in the right place. So let's compile that again. This time we're good. And let's see what it looks like if we put one of our new back and forth and up and down man into the, so let's see what happens. Let's run this. And he should move back and forth. When he gets to the bottom, he realizes that he's reached the bottom, and now we've flipped the turn amount to the opposite before. So when he turns on each side, going down on the right side, he turns clockwise. Then back up, when he hits the right side, he turns counterclockwise. And that works because we've changed the turn amount to the opposite of what turn amount was. Okay, so you have an up and down man, and you want to modify, I think I did the up and down man with you. And let me stop this guy. I don't know if we did up and down man and move right. If not, I think I left that for you. I'll do that in a later lesson. But if you already have up and down man and moves right, let's add to that so that when he gets all the way to the right and he gets stuck over here, he comes back. And you'll do that the same way we just did back and forth man. So that's the end of this lesson. Till next time.